is Rosa. They say I'm supposed to sit in the back, but I'm tired here, so I'm finna sit right closer. Come get me up then. It's gonna take about 3, 4, 5 men. And I ain't finna repeat myself again. Fight me. Somebody get her. My name is Eve. I didn't believe. I trusted Satan, ate that apple, he deceived. And yeah, I'm naked. I thought I was awakened. I'm the first to do it. Y'all my daughters, we related. Trick on Big Harry. Don't call me slave hoe. The hell? From the underground railroad, bust down mouth of dope. When I say run, you better go. In the dark, that glocky glow. Shabuya, shabuya,
Wait. She said, don't call me slave ho. Wait, what? That's it, bro. I gotta find some more. Hold up. I gotta find some more. That's all you get though. That's entertaining take on things, creativity, to say the least. Let me know what y'all think about that. That's enough to pop the first Black History Month though. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story though. So this lady says obese is the N word for plus size people. Homie says obese please. Oh, next story. Okay, so people not playing with Black History Month. So at Coppin State, there's a Miss Coppin State. That's HBCU, and they have a Latina Miss Coppin State. It's trending, it's viral. Everyone's pissed off that it's HBCU has a Latina girl that is Miss Coppin State. But I think maybe people are putting their foot down because it's Black History Month, because look at this. It's been 9 months since this girl has been named Miss Coppin State, but let's get into the controversy real quick. In the meantime, y'all let me know, do y'all think this is okay? So this person right here puts straight up, why is Miss HBCU a Mexican? This lady puts I'm hearing no one else ran beside her, and not one person thought, let me run too so I can stop this. Like, nobody? But my thing is, why would she even think to run? Like, what was the actual thought in her head that said, I'm finna represent this black school as a Mexican? The thing about it is, I looked and seen that she has been running for homecoming court, or whatever you want to call it. She's been running for royal court. I seen she was like Miss Junior or something like that, or whatever. So she's just a person that has pride, and Coppin State happens to be the university that she goes to. So I don't know. Historically black. Ain't nobody else stop her, tell her people need to do better. Don't shame her. Hey, the way all hell would have broke loose if a black woman was made Miss Latina, Hispanic, anything. It's not the same thing. That's like, you gotta use words mean things, so it's not the same thing. Mexicans are black, just like light skins and Native Americans. We all indigenous. Well, Mexican is a nationality, it's not a race. And so that's not necessarily true, but let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Now this platform, they asked should the community gatekeep more, or should we become more welcoming?
HBCU Queen is a woman that represents her college or university with pride, joy, love, and an unmeasurable amount of commitment. So
to our Miss Coppin,
to our Miss Coppin,
to our Miss Coppin,
to our Miss Coppin State University, continue to lead with love and know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Continue on the path God has destined for you, and know that eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard all He has planned for you.
Continue being you, and most of all, continue being the queen that you are meant to be.
Keep your head up, wear your crown high, and continue to impact, to inspire, and to educate with your soft spirit.
I love your sweet spirit, your beautiful smile, and your perseverance in serving the university as you always have.
Always remember, it's not what's outside, but what's inside that counts.
I love how brave you are, and I love how you exemplify the essence of grace.
Never dim your light, because you are such a beautiful person, and you deserve to let your light shine.
You are truly the definition of what it means to be a queen. Continue to shine and reign on with your crown held high in your head as the queen that I know you are, and the queen you are destined to be.
To be able to watch you shine your light inside and out has been amazing. And remember to never dim that for anybody.
Don't let anyone tell you that you were not meant to be the HBCU queen that you are. You are reigning with so much style, grace, and poise, and you inspire me every single day.
Keep making an impact, keep being graceful, keep being the queen that you are, and never give up.
In these testing times, it is our hope that you draw inspiration and strength from what we all shared. Keep your head up high and your crown straight. You are a queen, and don't you ever forget that.
I love how you lead with impact and don't let the naysayers get in your way. You're the best, and I love you, Queen.
I don't think we have been gatekeeping a lot, to be honest with you. We've always allowed people to come. It's a very nuanced situation, but we've always allowed people to come into our culture. And sometimes they use our culture and become the biggest ever in our culture because it's a thing. Like Eminem came into hip-hop culture and became one of the biggest selling artists in hip-hop history. But this person says, I wish y'all didn't post this. Our HBCU kings and queens don't even get posted, but she's receiving national recognition for being the minority of an HBCU. This is part of the issue. This person always also responds saying, you posting her just shows what everyone is referring to, because I never see black HBCU queens on this page or any other blog. But at least they included those other, like almost every single HBCU queen in the post, sending the girl recognition. So they at the same time she's getting recognition, they getting recognition too, but she's on the front page there within the story. But if nobody else ran against the girl, then what the hell could y'all say? Why nobody else has that pride to go ahead and run for Miss Coppin State? Why she the only one that ran? Like, what can y'all say? You can't say much about that shit. It is what it is. So the girl Caitlin says, the past 24 hours have been overwhelming, a whirlpool of emotions. This is not the first time I've received so much hate for being the first Latina Miss Coppin. I just prayed I wouldn't continue to see those comments. It took a large toll on me last year when HBCU Buzz announced that I was the first Latina. The amount of DMs and comments on all social media platforms, including LinkedIn, addressing me in so many ways. I understand I am a non-black student serving as a student leader, and I completely respect everyone's opinion. Many of you would like to know why I picked the HBCU over PWI. In high school, I was one of maybe 3 other Hispanic students, and there was a small number of black students as well. It was a very uncomfortable environment. I was bullied in middle school and part of high school for being Latina. You know, that's interesting. I never thought about it from that perspective, because you know we have HBCUs, but I don't know any historically Hispanic universities, HACUs. Like I don't know nothing about none of that. I don't know nothing about none of that. And but she said, I never felt a part of high school for being Latina. I never felt accepted. And when I stepped foot on the campus of the illustrious Coppin State University, I felt peace and love. I was extremely shy walking into the auditorium. However, the current reigning king and queen made me feel empowered, loved, and determined to continue fighting for my dreams. When it came to running for Miss Coppin State, I knew it would come with several tribulations. I had several discussions with my past university queens, staff, and my friends, and they all encouraged me to go for it. So they encouraged her to go for it. People, they told her to do it. The campus saw my service and love for the institution before the crown, and knowing that they wanted me to be there in Miss Coppin was a complete honor. I know many people across the nation are saying several things, but at the end of the day, I understand I will continue to walk in the purpose God instilled in my heart. Real quick, that made me think about, you know, how when so many people that's not really from the culture coming to outside culture, they have a different appreciation for it sometimes because it's not usual for them. It's like somebody tasting seasoned food for the first time and it's like, this is amazing, I love this. But I think sometimes we take it for granted because this is our culture. We just wake up and this is who we are. We just live this life. It's like second nature to us. Other people come into this shit and they be like, oh, they just get so engulfed into it. It's crazy because I see a lot of sometimes I be scrolling and I see how white people talk about hip hop and the real rapidy rap shit, the lyrical stuff, and they so engaged into those conversations. It'd be like, damn, y'all really on that shit. They be cussing people out, like that Michael Rappaport dude be going crazy on rappers and shit. That shit be having me thinking, I'm like, damn, y'all really love this shit. And it's just, I think a lot of people in hip hop, as far as black folks, there's some folks that are gatekeepers as far as wanting to keep that original sound, but black folks knowing how this is our life, and as we grow and mutate as people, I shouldn't say mutate, but as we evolve as people, we're going to be more creative and create more styles, and we're going to go ahead and you know, expound and be great with that shit too, within that shit too. And we're going to adopt that, and that's going to be our culture. Just as people come with melodic rap or things, or drill rap, or however, these things evolve as us as people continue to be creative. But other folks come and they just be like, oh, this is the essence of this shit. They just get so deep into it, but when we could just go ahead and just keep it moving, keep it pushing. So I think this may be a situation where the people that's at Coppin State aren't as appreciative of the culture because it's just natural for them. So I don't know. It's a different sense of pride. when someone feels like, oh my gosh, it's just like, I don't know. Went on a tangent, but let me know what y'all think about the idea. It's half-baked thoughts. I'm just talking with y'all, just talking shit.
Just your critics are just really dumb people, and you shouldn't listen to dumb people. I sit on the board of trustees for Morehouse College. We've had a white top academic student about 5-10 years ago, and we continue to have different races that go to Morehouse and Spelman and otherwise, because remember, a historical black college is just that. It's not historical blacks only college, right? It would be illegal. So these are traditional historical black colleges, but open to everyone, although at Morehouse, you got to be a guy, or Spelman, you got to be a young lady. And so, you know, I congratulate you on just your excellence in service and, you know, being beautiful on the inside and outside. And, you know, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep moving past all of your critics, because my mother used to say they criticize Jesus too. And so, you know, you're not doing much out here if you're not being criticized. So,
but it's
haters make you better.
But the reality is it's quite hurtful, Kaylin, to have folks who are constantly attacking you when you simply ran and you were elected.
Yes, it can be hurtful, but I just continue to reflect on why I am here, the path that God has in.
Off as hell at white folks.
All right, well, I guess that's all we got from her. But interesting situations, to say the least. One thing I do want to put in perspective is, like, you know, you have HBCUs and then you have PWIs. I don't know if white people call their shits PWIs, but we do call it PWIs, predominantly white institutions. But it will be interesting if at a PWI that a black woman or a black man won one of the kings or queens. I don't even know they had them shits. I don't pay attention to their culture like that. But somebody won that shit. They probably do, matter of fact. I don't know. But somebody won that shit that was of color, and they got pissed off because they should say, you're not supposed to be, you know, winning this at a PWI. This a PWI. It'll be very, very interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. I'm not here to say whether something's right or wrong. All I'm trying to say is, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I ain't got no dog in this race. I would prefer to see a black girl be the, you know, the face of an HBCU for, even if it's for 1 year. I prefer that. But if a black girl didn't even run for the shit, what you want us to do? It's like the same thing if a black dude marry a non-black woman and people are pissed off at him for doing that. But when you ask him, he tells you black girls didn't like me. Nobody wanted me. And what we supposed to say to that? Say to him for that shit, you know? Nobody tried to be with you. Nobody wanted that position. Nobody that was black wanted to be your wife. So do what you can do. Do what you can do. But that was a long segment. Next story. Hold up. That was a clip from my Go to Series Black Twitter. Watch the entire episode by either clicking the card above or the links in either the description or the pinned comment, and be sure to subscribe to the Black Twitter channel.